wrong one for a second. Gotta go purple. Hi. Well, if it isn't my fine friend Ishnai Ciarfox, would you care for a plate of roasted karaku? Some old wine? No, I see you have not come into my harm. I mean, all for merely to escape the biting cold. I was in fact on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll, and I suspect the time of your arrival is no coincidence. Nah. Lord Hossafont awaits your confirmation of the reason your visit. Oh. Animation.
The incident with the New Frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest.
Speaking! For once! Y'all can continue speaking. I'm gonna be over here drinking ice.
Brave men,
well, not drinking ice, but...
all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurthus soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies.
Fortom?
Or her debts.
Fortom? For attempts? Where do you get Fortoms for that?
'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed.
Ah, French. Ah.
Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day.
Frogs. They're speaking the language of frogs. I'm joking, or am I?
This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart.
I want her to step on me.
Though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name.
Oh good, since I'm here I'll find all that out.
What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed. And I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve.
The way y'all with your holy seed and the Halon shit is just as bad.
The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
I mean, do you see how unclothed I am? Yes, I will.
Halone's blessings be upon you. Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons? It might be otherwise.
I'm a dragoon. I'm currently in my dragoon mode.
But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past.
And a few other houses.
I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long.
Sweetie.
Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith.
Forthwith!
A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Oh, warmer welcome? Huh? I hope the warmer welcome involves a bed. You, me. I'll make it clear as I'm autistic. I won't be coy with it. Or maybe someday I might be coy with it as a joke thing. But the truth of the matter, it's still what I mean. No! If I can't have any other breaks... Besides, bedroom activities are very exercise inducive. Also, if I suck at politics in one way, I might be able to, you know, be better in another. So mind you, it will only be with people that I actually want. You ain't getting me in bed with the Dorito guy. Lolorito or whatever. I have standards. And I decide who I go with on that one. Cold sets in. Ishnai, is there aught you'd ask of me? Praise, please speak plainly. I am a man of action and need no honeyed words. Thank you! On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the Fury, if you seem destined to cross path with those... But you do seem destined to cross path with those villains. I know, right? I must confess, then, it's sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly without warning and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. And me, who is not a tracker, will be able to find them all, right? It is not merely a newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what matter of influence this ice heart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. It's unsettling and unnatural zeal. I beg to differ. When I was seeing the Inquisition guy go through, that was pretty... righteous fervor shit. Perhaps you would take care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a traitor was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow laying senseless in the snow, carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some detail could aid you in the task. Cool. Rejoiced to know that the battle for Stone Vigil has finally begun. First waves already breached outer defenses and entered the keep. As a deprived foe as the Ravens are, they are certain cunning. The place seemed teemed with unbelievers who gladly embraced death merely to deny us a foam of advancement. We came to slay dogs and were led by nits. A graver matter still. This is the I think to make the hard mode of this. After our first wave stormed the keep, the enemy sealed the breach behind them. The vigil head gate now is welter of molten iron, stones, and sharp as the headsman's axe. We can no longer send reinforcements by land. The danger is great, but we must go by air. I shall lead the second wave and shall have you join the strength to ours. Sir Nathanlen awaits near the stone vigil itself. I shall join you as soon as I see the airships. That's a different quest. Stone for blood, but I mean... I'm not gonna do it. I just needed to... If I remember, this is an annoying keep. Where the infirmary is up, not down. You're still here? Oh, thank you for your concern, but these are not battle rooms. I merely slipped and fell on my backside, that all. You're still here? I guess... Did you... You fell again. Tell you what happened. Well, yes, of course. I'm quite recovered enough for that. And then it catches those cowardly black hearts. I was traveling my usual route to White Brim Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals. They were taking everything. 'Twas then that one then noticed my blurry gaze, stalked over to better equate my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that's where they were hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived at all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. And was I going? Did I go the wrong way on that one? Yes, I did. Thought I had to come up and talk to you again. That's how it always feels like. No, did this wrong. God damn it. For once! Get over here, Chocobo. We're not walking. We're gonna deal with this by rot. Oh. I wonder if this is the location. Under the crystal. Do I look like I have crystals? I mean, I do, but they're kind of in my abyssal pocket. Literally. Wherever I pulled the crystal from to show Ramu, that's the answer to where it is. It's very much an abyssal pocket. Hi. God, draw your weapons, fool! Wait, I recognize you. Adventurer, you are come seeking heretics? Then we shall share a common purpose. We are on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished like Ithi race. Did you not say the correct word, open sesame? I am so goddamn short. Step on me! Step on me! Step on me! Step on me! Damn it! Glimpse a woman atop a cliff? Could Iceheart herself come to sneer at our folly? And to where does she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk the further investigation. 'Twould be best if we return to White Brim Front and lay our suspicions before Lord Drymont. Or they're gonna make me fucking go back and forth. No, I actually have to go back to see the guy. I find it hilarious that look at my bitty wings. Oh, my bitty wings. Ishnai, it appears I owe you my thanks again. I mean, this is a trend. The surviving knights spare no detail in their report. The men you found near Snowcloak were some of my finest, and that they should be bested so handily. I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat that these heretics pose. Excuse me. Well, I understand you might balk at the notion, but must I ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. 'Twould be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. I'll be fine. God, stop babying me. Pray, return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Hashafach of your discoveries. He'll wish to plan contingencies of his own. Oh good, I can teleport there. As for Iceborne and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for too long. Just making sure before I run back and forth. I grabbed the mission. No, I double jump because I keep on forgetting this is not Genshin, so I do not have a glider. Hi, sweetie.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody.
I mean, we could go towards other ideas.
But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
She's hot. I mean...
Indeed. And this transpired at Snowcloak?
Yes. Why are there...
Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate.
I'm distracted by the...
So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order.
Why are those in the background, though? My ADHD is watching the thing that's moving.
We still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority. And no small measure of charisma.
That's why I want her to be my mommy.
As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action.
Have they been taken over by,
Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche.
Yes, I am going to destroy the entire, theocracy. Thank you for predicting that.
On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Hey, out of nowhere, let me take it. Like, actually, protect it on the way. Hi, person that's currently sitting in. Okay, walking away. They're having their private moment. They're having their private moment. Other character apparently is, more or less, they can sit there because he is not there for them. Besides, 'tis good to see you return to the toll. How fare ye in the frozen waste of core at this? I mean, look at me. I'm still not frozen. Lord Fortips has sent us a second shipment. I must send thanks to the Lord Hashafat for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperities, I feel it will attract even greater numbers of those who would wish us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us Alpha Nods, new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. Arc, forewarning? Oh wait, what has the... I don't know if I like that. I like that even less. Brave new companions. Software news. Reaway in Corthus, preparations for inaugural ceremony were all but complete. Although Tataru does seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head back to the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? If it has to do with numbers, financing, all this other stuff, I'm lost. I am lost. Absolutely. Like, I'm in the wilderness. There is no map. There is no compass. These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I'm sorely tempted to file a lot into my waste paper basket. Ah, Ishnai, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid! Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered around Revenant's Toll, and I haven't time to track them all down. The recruits noted on their garment immediately and assemble in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly to Alpha and if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-formed organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. You aren't getting me to wear any amount of what you're thinking, Alpha Node. You just aren't. I refuse on the basis of fuck you. And fuck this adventure. Venture, whatever. I will play along for now. But playing along does not include putting me in anything. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself is an investment in the future. Thus I did sign my name to the cause. Good that nothing bad will happen soon. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Since our organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. How American of you. I mean, capitalistic. Fuck are you? Well, kinda, yes. But then when the cutscene ended, somebody was sitting in his seat, so I was, and of course his character was also sitting there, so I realized that I was kind of in the way of their private time, so I left. I thought it was best to make my fellows here, but I admit I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. They're watching a race that does not exist. Oh, our new uniforms? I'm also reminded of my introduction into the Wood Whalers. Look, who Hoshafant romances besides me is none of my business. As long as they don't hurt him, then it is my business. Hi, sweetie. The Stoneman has last retired from the adventurer's life. Though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit, I am excited to forge my own path forwards. No, that's one of the things I recalled. I absolutely recalled as soon as I saw him. Ah, yes, uniform. Thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. But look, I take on the role of, you know, certain fanfickers. He didn't die. Hello there, lass. Looking for me? Well, I suggest giving a whistle, but I'm not sure I'd hear it among these bustle. Oh ho! Proper uniforms and all. This thing will get cut off. Look, this thing will cut the blood to my head. Not to worry though. Oh, she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. Well, like there are literal fanfics that have like nobody dies, and that's one of the things of one of the tags that you could have in different types is alternate universe. Everyone survives. I mean, it's not just in Final Fantasy, it's in all over things with characters that die. Little Amigo could learn from Revenant's Toll that this town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. I've never thought quite so voluminous. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to it extra time. Yeah, sure, this organization isn't gonna crash and burn. I just don't remember what causes it and when it is. The Scarlet Garb makes me a proud member of the Maelstrom and a hearty defender of RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy XIV. Yet in truth, I stand for the betterment of the realm, though this new company is a fine opportunity to contribute on a grander scale. Oh ho, that's a striking shade of blue. Put alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly lack not for color. I feel like trying to put them both in the same outfit might not work. Ishnai Ciarfox, gods, I didn't expect to meet you strolling around town. The tales of your primal battles are what inspire me to come to Revenant's Toll. You probably will not be fighting those, though. It's an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. I'm wondering if some of these are people I have met or have not met that because of I haven't done like class storylines. Or not. The answers. I don't believe we met. I'm Ilbert, and I'll have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. Uniforms are shrewd decision. It's no easier method of creating common bond among what is essentially a band of strangers. I guess. Makes this look kind of pretentious too. Also points out who to shoot first. Are you doing better, hun? Somebody needs to help her. God, don't do that to Tantaru. Don't let her have her hair fall out because she's so stressed. Yes, Ishnai. Tataru mentioned that you were handing out the new uniforms. I'm sure you assume you've now met the rest of the recruits. Some few answered the call to arms I put forth through the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention that I thought of the name for the company? His hope that it will soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. Sure. The moment of truth draws near, Ishnai. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. And I shall officially be here not listening. Maybe. Who knows? Spoken?
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one.
Alphinaud, have you been playing old Final Fantasy games? Just wondering. Totally not where you got the name Crystal Braves. At all. No, nuh-uh.
Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed.
And then fail again.
Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all!
We shall implode like a flan in a cupboard.
For the freedom of all!
Could it be any brighter blue? Blatantly curious on this. And blatantly curious that why does it have to be the colors of the UN?
A rousing speech, Alphinaud. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were.
Don't fucking look at me for doing that either.
We are of the same purpose.
He still looked at me.
Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
They are. They absolutely are. And they're going to be as useful as the UN.
The Scions stand ready.
Or they might be a reference to the League of Nations, which was before the UN. No, I'm not a nerd. Shut up. The League of Nations was set up after World War I and did as much good as you think it sounds.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension.
I mean, all the shit that's happened.
Kryl is alive? Thank the 12.
Like it is the League of Legends. I mean, I haven't played it, so can't complain.
I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon.
Anon!
When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death.
I mean, being in a coma for a very, very long time sounds like a very unhappy thing.
Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
You know, I read recently about a story, I mean, I don't know how recent with my timing of everything, where a guy, as a boy, something, they don't quite know how it happened, but he was basically in a coma to some degree for, I think, like 12 years or something. And he was aware of everything that was happening to him. He just couldn't move his body. And it was just horrifying. And he's been able to work. I think he's currently in a wheelchair working on going back to walking, but it appears that the etheric disturbance... Okay.
I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
Think, hear, feel... No, yes, a little. Kinda.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Hydalin's silence portends naught but ill, I fear.
As though she doesn't have power.
Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
How? His soul has been brought back to the ether the way we did this whole PowerPoint presentation bullshit earlier in this episode. Unless somebody can keep their consciousness when being reborn. There's no fucking way I will not pick that one. What are you thinking? Part of the, yeah. Very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment was spared the fate of the last. Why are you speaking about this out here other than you look fucking good? It also gives them a view of the city, in case he wants to look out at the city since he's away. The winds are uncommonly fierce this day. Oh, is this a reference to kind of like, oh no, the cup suddenly cracked? Oh no, I dropped something suddenly. It broke. I prefer Ramu. Old man. Is a castle, yeah. Here I keep changing world, I fall asleep. Sorry. Ah! Hi, Wormtongue, how are you? Hi, Emissary, how are you? So, the Emissary I keep jokingly calling Elio. For obvious fucking reasons. I know, right? Garcia. Am I ever gonna reach the new thing yet? I'm joking. We'll have you assist Alphanon with his new station as commander of the Crystal Braves. Why though? Why? Why do you do this to me? Why? I love the fact that I'm choosing these more on whether I like how they look. Try as I might, I cannot shake the creeping sense of dark foreboding. Absolutely. But it avails us not to fret about these unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. So any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain we'll hear of it. Until such time as permanent solutions are to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. I know, right? As for the Asians, Uranger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. I know, right? As though I'm guessing this was an update that came like after a few months. That's the reason why you were bringing this up now, to remind those who, when this was first released, might have forgotten. To speak in the current matter, particularly the state of the Crystal Braves. Do not continue to have me a part of this. Alphanod did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operations is another matter entirely. I repeat, just because I ran a guild in in WoW and did weekly raids does not mean that I am subject to being any good at it. Trust me. Trust me. I was Captain Oblivious to all the fucking drama that was happening as my autistic self. Though I doubt that he is doing his best. I feel that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he is. Independent to a fault, and singularly loath to accept help. Well, good thing that's gonna change. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Why, though? I mean, we know why, but Twink better find a new crush. You wait till he's older. Alphanod has entrusted countless matters of import to your care. In the past, I believe you would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. You know, Alphanod has to learn to, you know, let other people help just as much as me. Well, what usually happened with me is it hit a point where some of the people didn't want to do raiding because certain other people had pissed off those certain people and I didn't know about it, and they wouldn't tell me about it until like months after the whole I stopped really playing WoW. With the Crystal Braids, I know, right? Whereas those younglings disappeared too, making the most of their newfound freedom, no doubt. Those Azure uniforms are really rather striking, but I think I'll remain a Scion for the nonce. These walls have become my home and the Scions my family. Besides, I'm not sure blue is really my color. Green is in my Kazoks brings out my eyes, just as Horus breeches bring out the red in his. Look forward, never back. Devote yourself to the present. Is that what I've learned from the Domans? And this area will become less and less people suddenly. A daring floral arrangement, each blossom is a peerless beauty of her own right. Ah, the blessing, the burden of an overactive imagination. Are you making references to sex right now? I feel like you're making... Y'shtola. Yes! Yes, would be foolish to sacrifice nutrition for flavor. In traditional Doman cuisine, yeah, we strive for a perfect balance, not only of flavor and texture, but also of nutrition. For a meal to be truly satisfying, it must nourish the body as well as delight the senses. If Higari and our more skilled culinaries work together closely, I dare say they could create an extraordinary dishes sure to satisfy Eorzean and Doman alike. Dispatch the first unit to Udall, and the second and fourth are to stand by for further... Come, condemn refugees to death. Wait, that's not right. Which event we must guide them to Little Alamigo, else we condemn the certain death. Ida, what did I just tell you? Many of my countrymen are skilled with bow or blade. I have made it my mission to rally those with such talents to the Braves' cause. I only hope we can be of some small assistance. Have we given Tataru any breaks? Wah! From invoices to petition, it's war, Ishnai! That desk is my front line, and I fear I've been overrun. See? We need to get another one for her. Why are we having her be secretary for both organizations? This is mean. Stop torturing the Lalafell. What is it, Ishnai? And do be concise. I'm rather busy. Boy, do you want to be backhanded for that? Would you lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I hesitate to entrust it to my braves, but the demand upon my time are such that I have little choice. Which is not to say my men want for labor, though we were but newly formed, there's already a great demand for our services. Yeah, it can't even reach both of themselves. Yeah, true. We are hard-pressed to answer all petitions, but I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its solution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilber. Tell him I sent you, and he'll furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Ishnai. I think ordered around by this fucking tweak. On his naive, childish ambition.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you?
You know, you have a pretty famous voice for a character named Ilbert. That I don't remember being in later.
Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own.
He's a traitor, isn't he?
That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence.
I don't... It's just
Some
something...
days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies.
It's just something is raising my hairs about. Back of my hairs about him.
Following some discreet inquiries,
I don't know why.
We identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause.
Sorry, pouring out the rest of the drink.
These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself.
And good that he, absolutely is good for symbolism with what name he chooses.
It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge. But we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root.
You? I don't know, there's something about him. I can't place why I don't like him.
Proceed with due discretion. Circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste.
Like I say, a lot of this is... I can't remember, and actually, a lot of this, most of this I can't remember at this point, so...
Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea.
Wasn't it already happening?
When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst.
They went to...
The Ivy must be rooted out now.
The War of Succession, didn't it already happen? That's the reason why they turned around and then did Doma, because it didn't last as long as expected.
We must
you're feeding
begin
me
by apprising
lies.
General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
Don't butter me up, I hate you. I can't believe we're not calling him out on it, because... Literally, or my character is forgetting on this, but the War of Succession already finished. That's the reason why Doma was destroyed. It was because they said it finished far too quickly, if I remember correctly. This was yesterday. And immediately, to make sure none of the other providences decided to do the same fucking thing. I mean, which of us has the brain injury here? Game? Also, being as it may, why did you make him second in command and not me? If you're gonna torture me and have me work in this organization, at least give me second in command. Make him third in command. Make him work for second in command. I know I said I didn't want anything to do with it, but...
What brings you here, my friend?
Stupid things.
She is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
I love how your accent is changing per location we are at.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
You know, Crystal Bloody Braves sounds even cooler than, you know, Crystal Braves.
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye, we've both come far, have we not?
Hi, short person here.
Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads.
That doesn't mean I trust him anymore.
The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a
20.
word from the fool.
I think.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention.
You dropped your British
As
accent.
I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it.
About it.
Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother!
Those
Rags to
balls.
riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Thank you for the exposition, but I still don't like you.
Ha!
Well,
Spare
Radabon
me.
I'm fine with.
I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here.
No, I'm
Next
not.
to her,
No.
I'm little more than a glorified butcher.
Neither of us are heroes. Stop throwing that word around.
But you, Wilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me! I am nobody's attention.
I have tidings.
Oh,
So
exposition
there
over?
has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought.
Yes, but we're saying this, like, aloud in a group of people.
To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all.
As loud as possible. Except I can't hear it. Fine! Me and my fucking cat ears.
So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil.
Dilber?
But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland.
The homeland doesn't exist right now, but... It looks cute. It has a bit of...
Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
I feel like you're gonna play on my stupidity so that it makes it look like somebody else is the problem when it's not. And figure out which ones I like before and what's that for? Head for the ivy begins in earnest, Scion. He's standing in front of me. Suffice to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may cost us our lives. I mean, that's what you're planning on anyways. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the blessing stones. Rising stones and report to Commander lovelies. Danger it were. Alright, I'm listening to some music in the background. I suddenly start singing. I think if I hear the chocobo sound continuously, I am gonna go fucking insane. I hear it when I'm off stream, I know. Same thing. Bark, yeah. We returned from Uda, Commander. And not a moment too soon, something has happened. Oh no. Trouble? You will recall that the Fourth was tasked with pioneering the revenue site using Ivy's minion and its Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. God damn it. Oh look! People died. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foremen with dignity, and have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. We call the Braves who are afield. Don't tell me it was that lady that I brought in. Beg your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm most afraid to ask your aid once more, Scion. Fuck off! I don't take orders from— I will take orders from you. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captive. Yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you're the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert is right. I trust you're willing, but of course it's the lady that lies tangled near the entrance. Seek her out and she'll praise you with citrum. No, she wasn't the one that was captured, but I feel like you're running me into it. Like you, Ilbert, trying. least now I can fly over the fuckers. No licky licky for me, stupid toadies. Delayed. You'd aid us with the rescue mission? You were your debt, warrior of light. Now time is against us. Allow us to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Rish and hauling her to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Rish or worse. With her hurts, I fear she'll not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Good thing I'm not in my white mage, but I can jump over to my white mage. Or order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sintri. Please help us, Rish, if it's too late. They're gonna die, aren't they? Game, you're not gonna get me attached to them. You're not gonna get me attached to them. You hear me? You know, I say that every goddamn time, and it usually happens anyways, and I'm like stuck in this. I feel especially bad if since it's the girl that, you know, I brought over. Nice. Yeah, that's the reason why Palace of the Dead is OP when it comes to leveling things, once you get to high enough to use it. That's the reason why I was trying so hard at the beginning to get through it. What the frack? So, where am I? Reach, thank gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now to quit this accursed place. Reach cannot move with those wounds. She'll need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. I am a white healer! Ah! May we pipe the Garleans will be too happy to grant your undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we're safely outside the walls. The fool any day. Out of here. Move with their wounds. Don't thank me until it's over. Hi! I'm here to not strip naked and dance in front of you. Whatever it is to get your attention. See? I am distraction! I am distraction! Okay, that was... I deserve to get hit for that. Absolutely deserve to get hit for that choke. Absolutely. I'll go ahead and grab the ones that might grab me halfway. Alright. Once again, I am distraction! See? I dodged that time. Creating a distraction. They want me to distract them, so I'm doing well. You want to see my distraction routine? The thing is where I'm supposed to stand, but this is my distraction. Anyways. Oh, definitely. I've been doing it at every location I'm required to. I mean, I don't feel like you've been distracted enough. Come on. Come on. Don't think I've holied you enough. You know, to blind you. I mean, stun. Nom nom food. Cool. Maybe I'll be good tomorrow and actually do Stardew Valley Saturday. Try and force myself to, but I mean, I'm staying aloud. I avoided your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service, indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Rashi is safe and we have suffered no further casualties. We're just gonna express my gratitude. Yes. That's... No, we have not. If you're up around 4 my time tomorrow, do you want to do it? I don't know if I'm able to pull myself away for Genshin. Wait, before you go to bed. All that's the report is the mission success to Commander Livier. Ba 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 ba. Be better in Sunday. Okay. Memories. Yeah. Hi. It does seem me well. It does me well to see you've thus returned, though I doubt not your prowess. Entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture. I must confess to have been a trifle anxious, but here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the dangerous past, you have my gratitude, Ishnai. I am a white mage! It's not like I can't cure her. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Rish owes her life to you her life. Escape with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with, right? Kick the guy out already. I mean, I have no proof, but I just don't trust him. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that my men keep their wits about them. It may yet take time, but I will not rest until we identified and apprehend the Ivy. Hi, the Ivy! How are you talking? How you doing? Talking about yourself there? I have every confidence you will succeed, Captain. I just don't trust, like, from the beginning. As for you, Ishnai, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there's no rest for the weary. I require you to accompany me to the Koreth. Do I get to see Hashafon? Please, please! I've been granted audience with the Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Of course he did! Oh, don't look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you're ready. Yeah, but that's a closed-off nation that tells everybody else to fuck the fuck off. In those exact words. Believe me. Anyways, that, Ilium guy lied about how... do I get to meet him? Okay, my other crush of the game. Cool. Okay. Cool. I'll be good. Will I? I've been blessed by a rare opportunity, an audience with the ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. Yes, we are, Sir Iarmic, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and Camp Dragonhead. It's considered a great honor to for the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. It would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Elmeric wishes to meet the woman behind the legend, I will not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedent should see the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany to Korthus. Mayhap you feel this the waste of your talents, which could doubtless be put to a noble use. If so, I should remind you, the more good can be accomplished with a stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. Yeah, but I'm better with one than the other. But... what was I saying? About the guy is he basically fed my, from what I heard from Yagiri, War of Succession already finished. And that's the reason why the Empire crushed Doma as a, who were deciding to go up against the Empire during the succession, but it didn't last as long as they were expecting. So they basically took out Doma to prove a point that no other province should try. By thinking that they were weak during that point, but they were not. And Ilya, that other guy that I don't like, said that it's still ongoing when it is not. That's where they got the power to crush Doma, is what I'm trying to say. Also, I have a bad feeling about him. I mean, I repeat, between the time that I had brain injury and now, I don't remember a lot of the game. So I don't know why some part of me is still not liking him. But I'm not liking him. Or what's the exact reason? A meeting with the Ishgardian ambassador? By all means, think it's a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of aetheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphadad believes your presence may help him secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. The whole thing of Ishgard right now is they aren't involved in anybody else but themselves. They've literally cut themselves off for the most part of everybody else. So the fact that we can do this is important. Next question is, what should I wear to such a momentous occasion? My Dragoon stuff. And it's I take Ishnai has explained the situation. He has, yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with other states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one which I have been given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Albathia Spine, ruled by Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance formed in the wake of Almigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silvertear Skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' call to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas even when the calamity loomed large. On the fields of Cartano, where the brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why not? Until I appeared, because I protagonist. Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction, or not, who knows? I should hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we have been fobbed off with the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. I mean, to some degree. Of course, I am not so naive to think that they come with us out of the goodness of their heart. We have something they desire, me, though I have yet to find out what. Me. I'm not desirable in most sense, but apparently I am with murdering things. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Dragonhead Camp Dragonhead! Ishnai, our friend Lord Hashafant, is expecting us. Since our request to recover the Enterprise, I understand that you have further integrated yourself with the man. I wish more. I mean, warm his heart. Anyways, excellent work. His fondness may prove useful at our cost. And maybe I might get to the Ice Heart. Maybe tonight. Step on me. Oh my god. I know little of Sir Elmeric. I have faith in Alphinaud's effort about to bear fruit. It's fine. He's a cool dude. He absolutely has a crush on my character, if I remember correctly. With how he poetically goes off on me, but I mean, it's not until later on. Well, if I were to become a success... But if I were to become successful, the rewards will far exceed anything I could earn as a minor. You're learning how to mine? The fortunes of a songstress rise and fall with the whims of the crowd. Earning favor of a wealthy patron or two might ameliorate the risk. 'Tis true, but such relationships can carry risks of their own. Giving... Sorry, you're leaving us? You want to leave us? Domans fight alongside the Crystal Braves. I wager there'll be no shortage of volunteers eager to exact vengeance on our common foe. We honed our skills in the fight to protect our country. Though our lands may be lost, our people abide. We must unite against the Empire and let them see that Doma is not so easily defeated. Their expertise in covert operations would serve them well in the battle against the Empire is true, Yet I cannot help but shrink from this talk of more fighting. Lady Tataru asks me to accompany her on her latest mining expedition, as a guard, you understand, but the moment she set eyes on that cobra, she ran back in full pelt. It was all I could do to keep up. Do I truly inspire so little confidence? Don't feel bad, sweetie. Sometimes it's scary out there, forgive me, but I cannot talk at the moment. I'm in the midst of meditations to fortify my etheric flow. I'm sorry, hun, I'm sorry, I'll leave. Sorry, I always talk with them if they have a change of... You know, get to know them better. Ballads of bloody battles, valiant knights, heroic sacrifice, trite fare, but who am I to question the preferences of Ishgardian noblewomen? Are you trying to flirt with them? Are you trying to bed? It's obvious, actually, they're trying to bed with them. The tall mummies are awesome. The key to success to negotiation is discerning the other party's motives, and the key to that is comprehensive knowledge, understanding the circumstances past and present. Oh, so we're going over things that will help the... Cannot send this to Gardania. The figures are all wrong. For the love of the 12, you misspelled this Elder Seer's name. Ah, don't expect me to be able to say, as much as I've read it aloud, write hers outright. If you're going to be such a stickler for details, why not write it yourself? The only thing I know how to spell correctly is the Seed Seer thing. Alright. Ready to see my Dragoon outfit? This is the best outfit I will pick to see an emissary. You should never have me do diplomacy. Ever. Ever. And this game absolutely does not understand that. And it's in a snowy weather place. You know, the pretty white, you know, dress and, you know, nice stuff, and just get into this outfit. Yeah. Hi. Ah, Ishnai, ever a welcome sight. You too, Arshavant. Our hearts have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold while enjoying our hospitality. I mean, if you invite me to your bed, I could also stay warm that way. Am I being too forward with you? Let me get out the, you know, red neon signs, sir. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climates. Ah, good Master Alphanod. It's an honor, as always. Likewise, Lord Hashivant. Forgive us for yet another imposition. Yeah, I know, right? Our friction will cause the fire. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating of the Enterprise. Nonsense! Any depths occurred has long since been replayed. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Fortemps may seek to aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is a grave concern to us all. But as at the matter of hand, Sir Emmerich arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I'm told he's eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You're doubtless weary from your journey and desire to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. I mean, you mean sit on your lap? Sure! But if you're willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the estuary. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your heart sounds, I want to sit! I think we best proceed to the estuary forthwith. Thank you for deciding above my wishes. No reason to keep Sir Albert waiting, do you? Let's proceed in sense. Find the entrance to the incessorary outside. It's just around this corner to the right. Speak with the guard station there when you're ready to begin the meeting. You know what? No. You're not gonna stop me, sir. Oh, come on! Here. Stop me, twink. There. You know what? Coco. Coco. No! You're ruining this, Boko, for once. I will... Ahem. This again. Better. See? I got to sit on his lap! I'm bad. I'm bad. Ignore me. We've been expecting you, madam. Please, pray take your ease inside and I shall summon the others. Oh, that little one? It's a not a fox, it's a wolf pup. The small thing of one of the bosses I have not fought.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Why me? Why not the twink over there who set up this thing? Here's the twink. Oh, and I forgot about his second in command. She is hot and awesome.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich.
Yeah,
I think we will find that we
I know
have
she holds a
much
secret.
in common.
I don't quite remember what it is. But I remember liking her as a character.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
No, because I'm shorter than all of you. I'm like Lalafell levels of short almost.
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination.
Oh?
Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us.
Cool, everybody else leave. I mean...
Now then, shall we begin?
I will just be here to look pretty. For once. Oh wait, no, that tends to be the only thing in diplomatic things I'm good at.
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean Alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
I'm just here to fanboy over me. That's the only reason why he's here.
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, We are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
I mean, I fucked them over for the first part of it.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight.
Dead.
We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Dead as in anime dead.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
Me!
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Envoy.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
What's the catch?
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not. For I require something in exchange.
I mean... Not gonna make a sexual joke, not gonna make a sexual joke, will I?
Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens.
I love that my tail is on the
waxes unnaturally
troll around
bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
And down with the theocracy! Roar! I mean...
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
Oh no!
What is the meaning of this?
Something bad!
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked.
Again.
It was Iceheart, my lord.
Ooh! Let her attack me. Please, please, please.
What? By the Fury! All our precautions were for naught?
Kinky! I mean, like it. I've yelled that. Black mage. Red mage. Just when I thought we were starting to make progress, and to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll, of all places! Honestly, if were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak to Lord Hashafant and find out what he learned. Must needs find the heretics. No, not Availus, not to rush. Let us hear what Lord Hosfont has to say first. Turn Temple Knight. Are we gonna get her name? Came here to speak to Lord Hosfont. Speak, not you. I was hoping to get your name, but okay. It's a serious apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. Violence, cool. If you'd be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell on the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing down through Boulder Downs. It was an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant, every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then as quickly as they appeared, they were gone. It would be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few were privy, I presume. A certain Crystalheart? Quite. We can pursue the avenue of Ancora Reduce course. It seems to me examining the cease of the ambush should be our first concern. So, I don't think the way Ishgard is that Iceheart and that guy would be conspiring because they don't like... Trail is yet warm, though enemy of my enemy kind of thing. We must act swiftly, as Lord Hashafant said, at least lest the crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Ishnai. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? Yes, because everybody else is fucking blind. An idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival. They'll gladly share their findings. Alright, Boko, let's go! Never gonna get tired of saying it that way. Never say they will. Hoping to at least get to Ishgard so I can grab Dark Knight and Astrologian. Oh. Going to the wrong thing. Hi! Move along, adventurer. There's nothing. Lord Hashafant sent you to speak with us? Then you must be... Beg your pardon, Scion. Yes, I am short. That's what you're gonna say, right? As you can see, they left Neria quite behind. Tipped the wagon for good measure, even. The whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier just to steal it. Though the damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. I reckon they can be prepared, probably with wagons of their own hidden away, off. But pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof is nay, but a speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the servantum could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his present amounted to much. Oh yeah, we sent our best men. We sent our squires. Last time I checked, squires tend not to be the best. They are greenhorns at best. So I had to go to the door there. Was I correct? Is he up there? That person's name, John Protagonist. I salute you, sir. Hey, I heard you're good at getting lost. Shut up. You're the fucking chocobo that decided to burst into this room. You've come to ask me about the attack, haven't you? Nah, never. We came upon them before the entrance of the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called them out, one step forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lamb lost in search for salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss him on the cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what happened until I saw the snow turn red. Then there was red every time I looked. I tried to fight back, but took a blow to the head. By the time I came to, the others were dead and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I couldn't... I mean, they've killed me, so I just laid there still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Shiva! Yay! Oh! Oh, not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything. Or at least my mind is making connections, but I'm not sure if it's correct. So I'm not gonna say anything. To talk to me now? Take but one pair of loose lips to sink ships? Yes. Welcome back, old friend. Oh dear, Alphonse looking this way. I do not think he likes being ignored. Twink better deal with it. Twink is about to become more of a sub than he already is. Let me talk to my... Ah, you've returned. What news do you have for us? It seems that Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is Shiva, the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Master Alphanod? Shiva was a traitor kith and kin, an apostate who laid down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she's their patron saint? Oh no, it all makes sense now. Lord Hoshafont, what was the caravan's cargo? If I recall, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. You not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva as the beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure the crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Hoshafont, would you agree that discretion is paramount concern? Of course. Also want Shiva to step on me. I trust you can count on your continued support, Master Alphinaud. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. We'll need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to prevention of the summoning. Naturally, this includes you. Duh. Though I'm sure you will not miss this for the world. Nope. Heretics, Dravians, old, familiar enemies. This is something beyond all imagination. Bobby Tide. Heretic across this. The persistent attacks on our caravans seemed little more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem, to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind their attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. After appraising Mentphilia of the situation, I shall summon the unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. And as for you, Ishnai, pray join me in White Brim front. Since the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Dundare have redoubled their reconnaissance and efforts in the regions. I hope they have information that may help us to determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Dredamont should be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there, then. Good? Take me with you so I don't have to walk on my own. Bitch. Yeah, I could take the Chocobo and ride over there, the Chocobo keep, and use that, but I have my Chocobo here. And one of them feels faster. I'm not gonna get out my stopwatch to tell. Long time no see. Like, literally, it's been an hour-ish? Commander Olivio's assessment is most troubling. If he's correct, Lysart now possesses a large threat to Ishgard at large. By what means do these heretics travel so quickly? We must know, or our every attempt to apprehend them will be doomed to fail. Dragons? 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 Just so you know, my men have already started to arrive. Captain Ilba always keeps a few braves at the ready in case of emergencies. Scions of the Seventh Dawn wish to join the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We're all ears, Lord Drillmont. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak, the self-same frozen wall which we speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Why didn't you hit it? I'm joking. Suffice to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirm our suspicions. I heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to White Brim Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you'll agree we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. 'Twould be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such was my intent from the start, Sir Aymeric. So it begins, my friend. Though I dare say it will prove all too brief a collaboration, the Ice Heart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Unless she totally isn't. I was gonna make a sex joke and then my mind decided to skip. So I don't really remember this just sex joke, but I bet it was good. Or bad, according to how you think of sex jokes. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all of his success on a single solution. There may be a subtler means by which we can locate the heretic's lair. Mayhap Lord Draymond has one in mind. I promise, there's a lot of jokes that go into my mind that I could say that are amazing that, like, mine has a skip moment. How do you know for the parts that you weren't there for? Yes, yes, excellent. I have her outfit, by the way. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there aught else you would have us do, pray speak, and it shall be done. Can I kneel before her? Can she step on me? I've been a bad girl. That's kind of look badass. Okay. Bacon bread. Okay. Seems though we're always one step behind. Our quarry ever just beyond our reach. Though I'd like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to having certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed while others have failed, but it could yet yield the same result. Fortunately, we're not without other options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Gil'Amir. We may not have. The mystery of how the heretic remains undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, as the question of what steps might have been taken to prevent a similar breach in security in the future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone in White Brim Front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, he would have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir Genevieve in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the wall, follow him discreetly. I am... Curious. Should he meet with a heretic, do not interfere, simply watch and listen. I have seen that the suspect knows nothing of what could endanger our plans. But why me? I think of all the people who aren't Ishgardian, I would look most... You not see my red hair? We're in the fucking snow, sir! My red tail? I mean, they have red on their shields. How about that? To the southwest gate. Oh, I don't have to do true sneaking. Thank God. If ever I play a Assassin's Creed game, which I do have Syndicate, which I repeat, okay, wait till the ad breaks over. If I ever do play as, well, I do plan on eventually playing as Assassin's Creed game. I have Syndicate, and I'm gonna absolutely do a lecture on how they messed up Edwardian and Victorian stuff. Which you get to see my sneaking skills in action. It isn't very good. I am just about as inconspicuous as a neon light following them. I don't know how he got away with it for this long. If hey, where the Seven Hills are you? I'm freezing my bullocks off here. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall? Why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to hum? Bloody echo, lower your voice so they'll hear us in White Brim. Front. Yes, of course. The Tumble Knights are Mumble Mumble and Snowcloak. This is what you bring me? Oh, we already knew about this. Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnel Mumble Mumble. Dead before it happened, nonetheless. Mumble Mumble, if you waste my time again, is that clear? You know, I have cat's ears. I should be able to hear better than this. I'm not a stinking human. Dark words, dark deeds. Whee! Hi! So did the investigation bear fruit? I see, I shall have the man detained at once. He's playing guilty. You have heard the words more clearly, yet the few snatches you are able to hear make out are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operations, and confident they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means the key to our plans is that they be rooted out and put to the sword. Yeah, but it sounds like, and I know this is jumping to a big conclusion, it sounds like they're gonna create traps there. That's what it sounded like. Danger. System insurance. Long suspected that heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you've overheard, I fear that the Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways, and heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take our forces unaware. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. Oh, really? A contingent of House Dunedain troops are on patrol in the area. I shall order them to begin searching for heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemy's numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assisting my knights with the search. I know it'll take courage from the presence of a storied warrior, but I wouldn't think that a lot of people around here would know. Pray the boulders down. If Helon is kind, we would catch the heretics. Show them no mercy, allies. Oh, the cat. I could never say. I'm back, and y'all are looking healthy. Absolutely healthy. Should tell me where you absolutely get your health tips. What multi-level marketing company do you use? All right, Night Lundwall, thank you for joining. I ride my chocobo back and forth all day. Fa 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 fa. Yeah, da 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 da. Okay. My hand. Knights sent no word of your coming, Ishnai. What happened? What is that in your hand? Covered a body. Good that he carried that on his body. By the Furies, they were veterans with years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered and... No, we have no men to spare. Not now. Not while Iceheart prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you displaced were not of sufficient number to contend with the number... With the combined strength of the Temple Knights and Crystal Braves. There must be others, and I'll wager they're on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitor you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value after all. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardsmen watches at our outposts in Snowcloak. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions, but we have caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see. Of course, it will change now, but the heretics may already be in position. House Adair must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone of Israel. I can see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. Lord Drama recognizes the situation in Snowcloak is coming to an head, and decisive action must be taken. Time is of the essence, Ishnai. While my knights make ready to depart and the heretics may take our allies in Snowcloak unawares, superior training equipment will avail them not if they are cut down ere their swords are drawn. But all is not yet lost. If you leave now, there may be still time to warn them. Make haste, I beseech you. Fly to Snowcloak and tell Sir Elmeric everything we've discerned. I am not here for that. Fate failed. I just arrived! I wasn't here for that. Sir Eric, he's over there. Have words with the men if you must. We shall speak anon. God bless whoever designed these uniforms. I would have frozen to death by now if it weren't for this great coat. We're disadvantaged here. We should no longer linger more than necessary. How could you be any help to tunnel through this thick ice? It would be years of work. Ishnai, this is a welcome surprise. Perhaps the only one thus far. As you can see, we have yet to uncover any hidden... You have my gratitude. Truth be told, we suspected the heretics might be plotting such an attack. Now that we have confirmation, I shall place my knights on high alert. Has Commander Louvier been informed? The Braves must also be aware. I don't know. We could talk to each other since we're not that far away from each other. And they disappear. It must be here. I'm certain of it. Why else would they go to such lengths to defend Snowcloak? Tis but a pity this discovery comes when our enemy has us at such a disadvantage. I mean, you are a scholar. Do you not want to study and see etheric or whatever if there's any spells or something? The heretics know the terrain far better than we do. I do not think of how many are watching us at this very moment. Confound it, this is all wrong. Iceheart has us scrambling to save our own skins, while we should be rightfully straining every sinew to find her and stop this damnable summoning. There she is! Come here, girl. Hi, Idia. That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they? Yeah, the twink is safe. Only my pride, Ida. I know, right? Twink, do shit! There will be others nearby. We must see that they're given similar warm welcomes. And she's... Commander Louvier. There's been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured entrances to half a dozen tunnels after spotting the enemy breaking the surface. But that's not all, sir. We think one of them may be important. Certainly the heretics nearly flung themselves onto our sword to defend it. Aha! Just as I suspected. Amongst these warren of tunnels lies the entrance to Iceheart's lair. Some of the others were going in. We can make that sound too kinky for its own good. A moment, Alphanon. The tunnel in question is barely wide enough for 2 men abreast. We cannot say with any certainty where it leads, much less what awaits for us there. Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are still lurking here on the surface. What if they were to converge on this point after we enter the tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. I'll be fine! I take your point. If the tunnel is indeed as narrow as you say, greater numbers will be a hindrance than a help. Should we encounter difficulties, our allies will become an obstacle to escape. How about a 5-party? Ahem. Change of plans. We will revenous with Sir Elberic and keep the heretics at bay. You'll go wherever the tunnel leads. If you find Iceheart at the end of it, do not let her escape. You venture into the unknown. That's no surprise. So see that you are prepared for anything. I suggest you call upon your allies, though not too many, or Palomo will sulk. What, Palomo wants to call with him? I mean, we could ask him. Is he sad we won't bring him with us? Is that the key? Also, Ameryk's behind you. Hold the line, Ishnai. You may concentrate the task at hand. God bless whoever designed... Okay, same thing. I am informed that asked you to lead a party down one of the tunnels, a characteristically daring position, yet I can think of no one better qualified for the task. I bid you good fortune. Thanks. Disadvantage, we should linger no longer this. The entrance to the tunnel, madam, is just over here. Had we not seen the heretics breaking the surface, we never would have noticed. Per Sir Elmeric's orders, we will stand guard outside. Please be aware that even should you encounter a significant resistance, we cannot leave our post. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Everything's fine as everything's freezing. So it's no longer on fire, it's just freezing. Anyways, I need to run use the restroom.